Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all of the products that I would be repurchasing if I was out of stock during the Sephora sale. I have a mix of hair care, skincare, and makeup to share with you today. So if you like this kind of content, feel free to give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my uploads. And we're going to go ahead and get right into it. First off, we're going to start with some hair care, starting off strong with the Amika Shine Top Gloss Shine Spray. This stuff is absolutely incredible. This is my second or third bottle of this. I absolutely love it. I love the shine that it gives to my hair without weighing it down. It doesn't give it any grittiness or greasy feeling or anything like that. I reach for this all the time because sometimes as I'm doing my hair and using all different kinds of products and using heat styling, and I do go through a lot of dry shampoo, sometimes my hair ends up feeling and looking just a little bit dull. So I just love to use a shine spray to bring a little life back into my hair, especially towards the mid shaft and the end. And I absolutely love this one by Amika. Next up is a Kerastase product. This is the Gloss Absolute Anti-Frizz Glaze Milk. I got this bottle just a little while ago, and this was actually the first Kerastase product I purchased before I got some of the sets that I showed in my Sephora sale haul video, and I absolutely love this. I was finding when I was blow drying my hair, I have natural curly wavy hair that is just really prone to frizz. So I found that when I was blow drying my hair, it just ended up being really frizzy, and I just was trying all different kinds of anti-frizz products, but I felt like all of them were just really weighing my hair down and making it greasy. And what I love about hair wash day is that just fresh, bouncy, clean feeling, and I did not want to give that up by weighing it down with a bunch of products. So I've been using this a ton lately, and I've really been loving it. And yeah, it's all-in-one smoothing spray for long hair prone to frizz. This super melting multi-purpose spray instantly detangles, hydrates, smooths, and eases blow dry. So I feel like it does all these things really, really well. One thing about me is my hair is super thick and takes forever to blow dry. So anything that's going to give me a little bit of ease with blow dry time, I am all for. Next up, I had to mention my Living Proof products. I have a couple of them to show you here. First, this is the Living Proof Fizz Instant Defrizzer. This stuff is absolutely incredible. I use this all day, every single day. Well, I mean, not all day, but I use it every single day, every single morning after I style my hair. My hair is just really prone to frizz. And especially as the seasons are starting to change and the wind's picking up and different things like that, my hair is just really prone to frizz. And I like my hair looking smooth and in place at all times. So this stuff does exactly what it says and just truly instantly defrizzes my hair. Like I will be fresh blowout, maybe add some curls and my hair's looking a little frizzy, I will spray this and it just absolutely completely takes the frizz away. I absolutely love it. I wanted to see if Sephora potentially has a mini of this. I would love to put it in my work bag because I love during the day, maybe I'm going to an event or something like that, and just having this as a mini would be really convenient. So I'm gonna look that up and I might be picking that up during the sale. An honorable mention from Living Proof would be their dry shampoo. I actually just ran out of my bottle today, so I will be repurchasing that. It is the Perfect Day dry shampoo. That is one of my all-time favorite dry shampoos. It works so well with adding volume. It doesn't give me any extra grit or weigh my hair down. It is an absolutely fabulous dry shampoo. And then the last hair product I have is, of course, Living Proof. This is the Living Proof Full Dry Volume and Texture Spray. Another product that I use every single day. It just adds such great volume and bounce to the hair without adding any extra grittiness, even though it's a texture spray. It works so incredible. I absolutely love it. This is the only texture spray I ever use. There are a couple other ones that I love, but I always just end up time and time again going back to this one. All right, next up, we're gonna jump into some skincare. The first product I have is the Pharmacy Green Clean Cleansing Balm. This is a new product to me this year so far in 2025, and I absolutely love it. I love a balm to remove my makeup. It just makes it so easy. You just take, I'll just actually show you what the inside looks like. This is a fairly new container, so I think I've used it once or twice. So you can kind of see I've dipped into it a little bit there. But it is just such a rich, nice balm that really just removes all makeup, whether it's waterproof, anything like that. I just put it a little between my fingers and then use the warmth of my hand to rub it together and then just put it all over the face. And it really just does melt my makeup off so beautifully, so effortlessly. It doesn't burn, sting, itch, or anything like that like your traditional makeup wipe. This is a great alternative, and I'm pretty sure, I just want to double check, this one is their classic one. They also have one that is unscented, which I like as well. This one has like a slight, I don't know how to describe it, like a kind of like a eucalyptus type scent. So if that's not your thing, they do have one that is unscented, but I like this. I think it's a pleasant end to the day to just take the day off, you could say, and just remove all my makeup. So I love this. Next up is a body care item from the brand Way. This is the Way body cream in the scent Saint Bart's. This stuff smells so good, and it's so rich, creamy, and moisturizing. I will show you what it looks like here. You can tell it's been pretty well loved and dipped into. Oh, it just has such, it reminds me of being on vacation. It just has such a delightful, delicious smell. And what I love about this too is some other body creams that I've used, they take forever to sink in. I feel like I use it and my hands, I just feel like I can't get dressed or I can't touch anything because my hands just feel so oily and greasy. What I love about this body cream is it's super fast absorbing, but still the same impact as far as the moisturizing goes. It is my favorite body cream right now. It is so good. I keep it on my nightstand, and every night I put it on my hands, my legs, elbows, all that stuff, especially as we are getting into the winter and it's just going to be colder and our skin's going to become drier. You really need a nice body cream to help combat that. So, and I love this, and if I was out of it, I would be repurchasing it immediately. Another skincare product that I've been loving from Ole Henriksen, this is the Peach Glaze Glow Niacinamide Serum. I've been really loving this. I've only used it a little bit. I've used it for the last couple weeks, and a little bit goes a long way, but I have been really impressed with it so far. Typically with skincare products, I'd like to give it, you know, like a month or two to really see how my skin's liking it, but I am already very, very impressed with this product, and I feel like if I was out of it, I would want to go repurchase it. That's why I decided to put it in this video as I was going through my collection. This is just so juicy and rich, and it also just has the most delicious peach scent. If you are not a peach person, this product will not be for you, but it just has the most delicious, juicy, fresh peach scent. It's just so delightful. I put it on in the morning before I put on my makeup and other skincare and things like that, but this stuff is so good, and I feel like it really hydrates the skin. My skin type is I am very, very dry, and so anything that's going to give me a little bit of life back into the skin are products that I usually love and reach for. And this, I just feel like gives me just a nice glow without feeling greasy or giving me any excess oil breakthrough on my makeup throughout the day. I really have been loving it. And like I said, if I was out of it, I feel like I would be going to Sephora and repurchasing it. I have one of these Touchland hand sanitizers. I didn't really know what category to put it in. I was like, do I do a miscellaneous category? But I guess we could put this in skincare, right? This is one of the Touchland Power Mist hand sanitizers. I know there are so many mixed reviews and opinions on these, but I absolutely love them. I love them for the convenience. I hate putting on hand sanitizer, like the little squeeze ones, and it sucks because I do love all the scents and everything from the hand sanitizers from Bath & Body Works. Like, don't get me wrong, I love those. However, I hate putting them on. Like, I love them for the scent and everything like that, but like, this is just so convenient. Like, I want something that I could just have in my purse, do a quick little spray, and be done. So I absolutely love these. I forget what scent this one is. Let me see if it says on the back. This might be Appalicious. So this is the green apple scent, which I absolutely love. I know they have a few gift sets of these during the Sephora sale that I've seen, which would make a great gift. I'm thinking about maybe getting one. I haven't fully decided, but I feel like every time I run out of one of these, I rush out and go buy a new one because I love it. So maybe one of the sets might be worth it for me because I do love keeping one in my car. I keep one in my work bag. I give one to my husband. He likes to keep one in his car as well. So again, another product that if I was out, I would be running to go purchase another one. I've got two products from the In Beauty Project. I have the Extreme Cream Moisturizer and then the Extreme Cream Eye. I have absolutely been loving these products this year. Again, like I said, I have very dry, dehydrated skin no matter the time of year, and it just accentuates and gets worse during the colder months. So I'm always trying to find something that is just super rich, super moisturizing, that's not going to make me feel greasy or anything like that. So a couple things that I love about the Extreme Cream is it has firming and lifting effects, which I really love. After I turned 30, I felt like my skin just kind of started to change a little bit. So I kind of started shaking up my skincare routine and finding different products that were very rich and just had good ingredients and had some firming effects as well. So I do like this. And then it has a plant-based retinol alternative. I can't remember exactly. It's the bioretinol, which is a plant-based retinol. Visibly firms and smooths. It has peptides, which visibly reduce sagging for a firmer, more lifted complexion, which I can vouch for. I absolutely feel that result every time I use this. And it has a 3-time ceramide complex, which supports skin's natural moisture barrier. This is just an absolute fabulous moisturizer. And what I love about this too is you can get a refill for this without getting the full bottle. And this is also just very luxurious feeling as far as the packaging goes. This is glass. I don't have nails on right now, so I can't really give it the full moment it deserves as far as the packaging. But what's really cool is this whole piece here comes out and you're able to purchase this refill. So that is definitely something if I was out of, I would be running to Sephora to buy a new one. And then the Extreme Eye Cream, same effects, same results, same love for this product as well. It's got the firming and contouring with peptides, amino acids, and a Paracress extract. I am totally probably butchering that and saying it wrong, but it says it's the most potent anti-aging eye cream that's clinically proven to help with visible effects of aging on the eyes. I have a very dry under eye with fine lines. I don't really have the lines here like on my crow's feet, but I do have very fine lines under the eyes. And I feel like every single time I use this eye cream, it visibly just lifts and smooths my whole contour of my eye area, and it wears so beautifully under other skincare as well as makeup. And I'll say that about the moisturizer as well. It just gives me a very overall really healthy, smooth, lifted, youthful glow, and I just absolutely love both of these products. Last up in skincare is my very well loved Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. This stuff is absolutely incredible. I put this on my skin every single night. I have used this product for years and I swear by it. It's so underrated. Not enough people talk about it. And this is something, if you're looking to treat yourself as far as skincare goes, this is definitely a product to pick up. It is absolutely incredible. I can't give too much of a description of it because the back of this, it's so well loved that it's just kind of rubbed off, but it just has, maybe I'll just put a little bit on the back of my hand so you guys can see it. It just has a nice texture. It's so smooth and it just feels so great on the skin. Like as you can see just on the back of my hand, It gives such a nice sheen and glow. And when I put this on with my nightly skincare, I feel like I wake up in the morning and I am just absolutely renewed. And this actually works out because I also love putting this product on my décolletage and on the backs of my hands as well. So that worked out. Before we get into makeup, I wanted to give some honorable mentions to some makeup brushes that I love that just so happen to be the Sephora collection. And makeup brushes is not something you run out of, so to speak, but if this thing was all dingy and beat up, I definitely would be going to replace it. So I thought I would mention them here. I first have the number 80 brush, which is just a nice big fluffy powder brush. I use this not only for setting powder, but I've also used it for bronzer. It is just so soft. It feels so great on the skin. This one's all nice and freshly washed. That's why it looks so great. But that is the number 80. I love that just for all over powder. And then I also have the Sephora collection brush number 47. Which this is considered a foundation brush, which yes, I have used it for that, but I also love using it for cream products, contour, blush, and bronzer. I feel like it's just nice and dense, and I can really kind of get in there in the cheekbones and do what I need to do. I absolutely love this brush. And then the last one is number 59, which this one is considered a powder brush as well. I use this specifically for bronzer, and I just think it's fluffy enough to where it can, give my skin an overall nice bronze, but I also feel like it's dense enough to where it's really gonna pick up and hold the product, and the product's not gonna go everywhere. So these are my 3 favorite brushes from the Sephora collection specifically, that if I was without them or they were damaged or I lost them or something like that, I would go replace them. All right, lastly, we're gonna get into some makeup. I did not take the makeup and separate them into categories. I'll try to do my best to try to lump similar type products together, but I don't think I really took enough time to really separate the products by like, here's all the blushes, here's the bronzers, and different things like that. So I'll try to maybe, as I'm taking the products out of my bin here, to try to organize them a little bit, but we're just gonna go with the flow. All right, I've got my little bag. I said bin earlier, but I've got my little bag in front of me, so we're just gonna start going through these products. First up is my all-time favorite foundation. I've talked about it before. This is my love of my life. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I wear the shade 2N1. That's probably gonna be backwards for you. I don't know why I did that, but this foundation is absolutely incredible. I won't spend too much time on it because I've talked about it so much in my other videos, but if you know, you know, I don't run out of this. I don't let myself run out of it. As soon as I'm getting low, I'm already buying a new bottle. Next up is the Huda Beauty setting powder. This is the Easy Bake setting powder. I wear the shade Cherry Blossom Cake. You can see this one is almost empty. Again, this is a product I would buy again and again and again. It just gives such a nice finish to my skin. It smooths the makeup, sets it beautifully without looking cakey or it clinging to dry patches or anything like that, enhancing fine lines, texture, anything. Love this setting powder. A bronzer I absolutely love and would replace if I ran out is the YSL All Hours Hyper Bronze. I love this bronzer. As you can see, it's very well loved. This is the color here. I absolutely love this bronzer. It gives such a nice all over bronze to the skin. It has a nice semi-matte finish to where it's not too matte where it looks dry, but it's just matte enough to where it really smooths all over the skin. Absolutely love this bronzer. And the shade I have, the YSL shades really confuse me because I feel like it doesn't really say it, but I believe this is shade number 2. And next, I had to mention my YSL blush. I absolutely love these. I will do a little swatch on my hand. This is in the shade number 44, which is just an absolutely gorgeous pink. I will buy this again and again and again. It is one of my favorite blush formulas right now. Another blush is the Glossier Cloud Paint Plush Blush. I have the shade Puff. This is just such a lovely blush. I feel like if I was out, I would run out to buy a new one. It has such a unique texture to it. It's like bouncy. I don't know how to describe it. If you haven't played around with this yet or swatched in store, I highly recommend you try it out. It has such a unique formula, and I will give you a swatch of this as well. This is just a very pretty bright pink, which has a slight peachiness to it too. Very beautiful, very smoothing on the cheeks. I feel like it's pore diffusing, long color payoff, beautiful pigment. Love that blush. A couple more blushes are these Rhode Pocket blushes. These are worth all of the hype. They are so good and they're adorable. I'm not super in love with the packaging, but I'll show you the shades. I've got Piggy, which I'll show you that, which is a beautiful pink. Absolutely stunning. And then I have Sleepy Girl, which is more like a mauve. Absolutely stunning. These blushes are worth all the hype. They perform so well. So impressed with these. Like as soon as I'm out of one of these, I am going to be replacing it 100%. Next up, I want to talk about some eyeshadows. Here I have the Urban Decay Moon Dust shadows. I have a couple shades of them that I would love to swatch for you and show you. These are absolutely incredible. I love dipping and using into these. Like I feel like I panic when I start to hit pan on one and I immediately replace it. So I'll show you the shades that I currently have. I have Diamond Dog, and I'll swatch it for you as well. These are just absolutely stunning. This one's just like a beautiful, I don't even know, like it's like a bronzy with kind of like a gray tone in there as well. Very pretty, very smoky. And then I have Mushroom, which hopefully you can see that. I think my light's messing with me a little bit. This is a beautiful slate gray color. I'll swatch that next to Diamond Dog. Like look at the color payoff and pigment on those. Next I have Solstice, which I believe is such a unique color, and I'll show you why when I swatch it. It has like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a kind of like a peachy color, but it has this just iridescent shimmer in there that just brings out so many different colors. Like look at all those three eyeshadows. Those are absolutely gorgeous. And the last one I have is Sin, which is just a gorgeous shimmering champagne color. I'll swatch that for you as well. I love using this one as a base color, or I will just, if I'm doing a super simple eyeshadow look, like I'll just put Sin on, and that's so pretty. So those are all of them right there. Absolutely stunning. I love these eyeshadows. Highly, highly recommend if you've never tried these. I know Sephora has like the Moon Dust palettes and everything right now. I don't know how interested I am in those because I'm kind of picky on the shades that I like with those. So we'll see, but if you've never tried these before, I highly, highly recommend. And my makeup wipe is making it into the screen because normally behind the scenes, I wipe off my swatches in between takes, but hey, you just got to see a little behind the scenes moment. Moving through more eyeshadow. Also here I have the Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes palette. This thing has seen a little bit better days as far as the outside packaging, but wanted to show you what the inside looks like. This palette is just an absolute stunning neutral palette. I love the rose tones in here, as well as some of the cool tone browns. It's got a nice mixture of cool and warm tones, I find, with some mattes and some shimmers. I'll go ahead and swatch one of my favorite shades in here, which is the Rose Gold, which is this absolutely gorgeous molten rose gold, and you can see the shine on that. I absolutely love it. I feel like the looks that I can do with this, as far as like just a natural neutral look, are really limitless. I feel like I can kind of play around with all the different colors in the palette and create so many different looks. I love this. I will be very sad when I start to hit pan on my rose gold shade. And then I also love the, what is it? The light brown seashell. I can't remember what they're called. So the rose gold, seashell, glistening glow, which is this one in the corner, are ones that I reach for all the time. So I would be really sad if I hit pan on this. Next up, I want to mention the Tartelette in Bloom palette. I feel like not a lot of people talk about these palettes anymore, which, I mean, I understand there's been so many new makeup releases and new things to be excited about, but this palette is just a classic. I'm not going to open it up because I have a couple of shades in here that are about to break. So I try to be really careful with this palette as I'm like flailing it around. But when I open it, I need it to be on like a flat surface and open it really carefully. So I'm not going to open it for the video, but this is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. If you haven't seen it before, it's just an absolute gorgeous neutral palette that has a lot of really pretty transitional browns and some deeper browns to make a smoky eye. I actually have it on today and I reach for this every week. More eyeshadow. Are you surprised? I just have to give Natasha Denona a mention. I have a lot of Natasha Denona's palettes, so it's not really something I would run out of per se, but it is something I highly recommend you check out during the sale, which is a product I have loved for a long time. Natasha Denona's eyeshadows are some of my all-time favorite formulas. The pigment, the color paid off. They don't fade or crease or anything like that, smudge. They're just absolutely gorgeous. A couple palettes that I will show you for the sake of this video, which I believe I showed in a previous video as well. I have the I Need a Nude palette, which is just absolutely stunning. I've dove into this a few times. I'm kind of on a project right now, really rotating through my eyeshadows and trying to rotate through the ones that I use versus just kind of sticking to one all the time. So all of my eyeshadow palettes look fairly new because I'm not digging into them every single day. And then a newer one that I purchased right before the Sephora sale started is the Natasha Denona Eye Sculpt Texture and Tone palette. So this is one of her newer palettes. Not super exciting as far as the color story goes. However, I think this is an incredible neutral palette. I got the I know there's two of them. I got the soft. I was trying to remember what it was called. So I got the soft one. There also is another one that's got a lot of more deeper tones in it, which is absolutely gorgeous as well. Just not a lot of tones that I would reach for. So I decided to go for the soft, but I love the overall color story in this palette. Like I said, I know it's not super exciting or super innovative. However, I do feel like this gives you everything you need to create so many different looks. And again, it's that iconic Natasha Denona formula that I know and that I love. I have a couple of my favorite lip liners here. I have so many lip products, especially lip liners, so I didn't want to clog up this video by going through so many of them. I actually am going to have a upcoming video going through all of my lip products. That's going to be a fun one, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But however, I have a couple that I wanted to share. First off being the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat. I absolutely love these. I have a couple colors. I have Pillow Talk Fair, and then I have Pillow Talk Medium, and then I got this earlier this year, which is the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Lip Cheat Contour Duo, which has the fill and sculpt. So it's got two sides to it. I absolutely love this. I'll show you what it looks like. So this one is the sculpt side. So it's just like a nice rosy kind of color. And then you've got the fill, which is lighter. So it's like a lip contour, and then it looks absolutely gorgeous with a gloss on top. So love that. And then obviously I've got my classic Pillow Talk. My Pillow Talk Medium needs to be sharpened, so I'm not going to swatch that, but I've got Pillow Talk Fair, which is just an absolute classic and one of my favorite liners. It goes with so many lip products. And then another one I wanted to mention quickly that I've really been loving this year as well is the Fenty Beauty Liners, the traced out lip liner. What I love about these, I'll show you the color. I have the shade. This is Riri. So it is a gorgeous pink. It is right there. What I love about these is they're so smooth and they glide on so well, but the staying power of this liner is insane. Like I will put this on at 7 in the morning on my way to work, and usually I'll check my makeup throughout the day, refresh, do a refresh and everything like that. my lip gloss and maybe lip balm or whatever I decide to put on top will fade, but this liner stays in place and it just contours the lips so well. It glides on so nicely. I love it. This is a lip liner, this shade in particular, that if I got to the end, I would repurchase absolutely immediately. This is my second or third one. It might be my third this year of this one because of how often I reach for it. Then I wanted to mention my favorite lip balms. First is the Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment. As farther down I get in this video, I start to get more and more tongue twisted. I have the shade Creme Brulee. Love that formula so much. I'm just going to run through these quickly, not through, run through. Then I have the Rhode Peptide Lip Tint in the shade Toast. Maybe I'll do little swatches for you guys of these so you could see. So starting with the Ole Henriksen, this is in the shade Creme Brulee. Absolutely gorgeous, so juicy, and smells so good. And then the next one is I have the Rhode Peptide Lip Tint, and I have this in the shade Toast. So super, super pretty. I love that one. And then I've got the Summer Fridays. This one I'm pretty sure is clear. This is the Sweet Mint, but whatever. We'll do a little swatcheroo anyway. Yeah, so this one is clear. It's got a slight little sheen and sparkle to it. I love mint lip products. I know some people hate it, but I love it. Then I've got the Edam, however you say it. I've got the Croissant something. I don't know how to say it, which is also a clear, but it has a gold speckle to it. I don't know if the camera, oh yeah, there it goes. The camera's gonna pick that up. So those are four of my favorite lip balm formulas. In the Rhode, I only have two, but in some of these other ones, I have multiple. I didn't want to pull them all, but I just at least wanted to show you some of my favorite formulas that are worth getting in the sale and that I constantly repurchase. You can see that my camera is getting a little low on battery, so I'm going to zoom through the last of these products in no particular order. I have the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I have repurchased this multiple times. It really does smooth, hydrate the skin while gripping makeup and making it last all day. This is one of my all-time favorite primers. And then a lip product I don't know how left out by mistake, but the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bombs. I go through so many of these. This one right here, particularly, gosh, I cannot speak, is the shade Grape Splash. This one is so pretty. It's just like a frosty, iridescent, like pinky purple shade. And these smell so good. I love this gloss formula. I buy those all the time. And I have one of my favorite mascaras. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is actually in the shade, I think it's chocolate or chocolate brown or something like that. It is a brown mascara. Absolutely stunning. If you have blue or green eyes, this mascara will be killer on you. It is so good. I have purchased this more times than I can count. I love it that much. I did want to mention a fragrance. I planned on maybe pulling some more fragrances, but as I started going through stuff, I'm like, I just really want to talk about makeup. I have a lot of fragrance videos coming soon, so I just wanted to grab a quick one while it is still available. This is the Jo Malone Raspberry Ripple. It smells so good. If you have not smelled it yet, I highly encourage you to go in store, give it a smell. The bottle is absolutely adorable. It comes with this pink and white striped bow on it. I just have the trial size. I'm really itching to get the full size bottle while it's still available, so I might, but this smells absolutely incredible. Next up is another lip product. This is actually a lip mask from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Life Changing Lip Mask. This is it says vanilla, but it has almost just like a vanilla pink sugar scent. This is seriously the best lip mask I have ever used. And I do not say that lightly because I am someone, like I said earlier, have very dry skin. So that of course means I also have very dry lips. So I'm always looking for something that is going to add moisture to my lips. This smooths, it plumps, it hydrates. It is seriously the best lip mask I have ever used. I notice a huge difference on the days that I use this versus the days that I don't. I put this on every night before I go to bed. I put it on every morning as I'm getting ready. And I actually have 2 of these. I have one for at home and one I keep with me in my car for on the go. It is such an incredible lip mask. I highly recommend it. I will be so sad when I run out of this and will, of course, repurchase one right away. All right, you guys, that is actually going to do it for today's video. I probably had so much more to show you, but I didn't want this video to be too long. So I kind of went through my collection and picked, okay, if I was out of this stuff right now, what would I need to repurchase right away? And that's what kind of decided what made the cut for this video. I have a lot more videos like this coming very soon, more recommendations, not only from Sephora, but Ulta, some drugstore recommendations. And like I mentioned earlier, I plan to do some kind of decluttering videos as well as we get towards the end of the year. I like to go through my collection and see things that I can give away, donate, obviously if they're unused, of course, or to friends or family, and then also just stuff I need to declutter. So that video will be coming very soon, so stay tuned for that. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up down below, as well as hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my new uploads. Thanks again for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!